A painful reflection. Yesterday, the slave master came with guns, but today, agreements of slavery are signed with pens. Yesterday, Africa's youth were taken by force. Today, they are exported through palaces. Yesterday, the loss was visible in chains and ships. Today, it is hidden in contracts and economic desperation. Dear Uganda, let us break together the chains of slavery. A call to Uganda and all African leaders. Africa, the cradle of humanity, it once stood tall, rich in culture, rich in wisdom and strength. But history bears witness to a painful truth. A continent robbed of its people, its dignity, and its future. The chains of slavery did not just bind hands, they shattered generations. They drained manpower and disrupted the natural cause of Africa's development. Millions of strong, able men and women were taken, not because Africa was weak, but because it was rich in human potential. That manpower, it built empires elsewhere. It powered the rise of Europe and America. It tilled their lands, built their industries, and laid the foundation for their prosperity. And today, we must confront a difficult and uncomfortable question. Have we truly broken those chains? Or have we only changed their form? A painful reflection. Yesterday, the slave master came with guns, but today, agreements of slavery are signed with pens. Yesterday, Africa's youth were taken by force. Today, they are exported through palaces. Yesterday, the loss was visible in chains and ships. Today, it is hidden in contracts and economic desperation. African leaders, this is not an accusation born out of anger, but a cry born out of truth and urgency. When our young people, the strongest, most energetic, most innovative segment of our population, when they are sent abroad to perform the lowest forms of labor, we must ask ourselves, who is building Africa? Who is cultivating our lands? Who is innovating our industries? Who is driving our technological revolution? If our greatest resource, and that is our people, is constantly exported, then what remains to build the future that we dream of? The new slave master. The tragedy here of the past was orchestrated from outside, but the tragedy of today risks being sustained from within. Because when leadership fails to prioritize its own people, when policies encourage dependency rather than self-reliance, when youth are seen as exports instead of assets, then we are not just victims of our history, we become participants in repeating the same mistakes. So the new chains are not made of iron, they are made of unemployment, they are made of lack of planning, weak investment in local industries, political distractions over national transformation, and most dangerously, a failure to believe in our own potential and our own systems. Manpower, Africa's greatest wealth. Every developed nation you see today rose on the strength of its people. Not aid, not charity, not dependency. The people. A well-planned, empowered, and engaged population is the engine of transformation. And therefore, Uganda and Africa at large is blessed with a youthful population. This is not a burden, it is a divine opportunity. But opportunity without planning becomes a crisis. And the way forward, a call to action. If we are to truly break the chains of modern slavery, then words must give way to action. Number one, prioritize youth development. Invest in education that is practical, innovative, and aligned with global trends. Equip youth with skills in technology, engineering, agriculture, and entrepreneurship. Build strong local industries. Promote manufacturing and value addition within Africa. Support small and medium enterprises to grow into national pillars. Transform agriculture, modernize farming to attract the youth. Turn agriculture into a profitable, respectable, and scalable sector. Invest in technology and innovation. Create innovation hubs, support startups and digital transformation. Position Africa as a global tech contributor, not just a consumer. Infrastructure as a sign of growth. Develop transport, develop energy and communication systems that enable industries to thrive. Reclaim and retain the manpower that is being exported. Create opportunities at home so that migration becomes a choice, not a necessity. Value African labor within African borders. Leadership with a vision is all we need, not leadership with division. Move beyond political rivalries and personal ambition. Focus on long-term national transformation. A message to the leaders. Leadership is not about maintaining power. It is about building a future, because history will not remember how long you ruled, it will remember what you built. Do not sign away the future of your people in those contracts. Do not export the very same hands meant to build your nation. Do not continue a system that echoes the wounds of our past. Instead, rise, plan, act, and transform. And a message of hope. We acknowledge and appreciate the progress already being made across Uganda and Africa. Roads are being built, cities are growing, opportunities are emerging, but progress without direction is not transformation. This is the moment to awaken. The sun has risen on Uganda and Africa at large. The time is now. It is not tomorrow. Let us not be the generation that inherited freedom but failed to use it. Let us be the generation that turned potential into power. And in conclusion, breaking the chains of slavery is not just about remembering history. It is about refusing to repeat the same history in the new forms. Africa does not lack resources. Africa does not lack intelligence. Africa does not lack strength. Africa must not lack vision and action. To the leaders of Uganda and Africa, your people are your greatest wealth. Your youth are your greatest power, and your decisions are your greatest responsibility. Do not let history repeat itself. Rewrite it for God and my country.